Alright, y'all, back with another one. So today I'm finally going to do the City of Mist swarm kiting video. I'm not the best at doing this pull, but I'm going to do a pull that will, if this is all you can do, especially like if you have a new character that doesn't have gear, you'll be able to pull this and it'll be very easy for you. So you're going to zone in, obviously, invis up, go around here, go to the normal kite spot. Everybody kind of knows. I doubt there will be any like very new players watching this. Go to this little area here, and so there's a druid in here. I asked if I could swarm kite. She said okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just go with it then. Of course, this will somehow magically turn into a disaster. Of course, somehow magically, of course. So basically, we want to get on top of this roof up here. So in order to do that, we're gonna have to sort of bug the game out a little bit, which is kind of weird. They never fixed it, so I don't know. I guess it's fine. So you're gonna go right up on this little notch right here, right? And let's make sure that we're looking upward. Okay. We're gonna go on this notch, and for whatever the reason, when you click the game off, your character sort of floats up, and when you click the game back on, it'll actually stall it right there. So you'll see what happens here. Do not ask me why this works. I do not know. So we're gonna get on this roof. Now we gotta get on this one over here. So we just sort of repeat this process. You do it until you can't do it anymore, and then you gotta run over there really fast. This should do it. Alright. Now we're up here. And so this is where things differ for some people. I've never really done the full pull all the way around up here and all this bullshit over there. Quite frankly, I think it's just too much, to be honest. I don't think you need to do that. So I'm just fresh logging in. I haven't done this pull or really played in a while, so there's a good chance that I die here. So okay, we are going to need to use our... Is that F? Let's see here. Okay. We will need to use our levitate. I don't have a Pegasus cloak. That always helps. And basically what we're going to do is we're just going to pull one of these mobs. We're going to pull both of these mobs. And then we're going to run to the pull spot. And good bards that like know what they're doing, that they'll like run like over here, like way over there, and then they'll like come around here and then like go up this thing and then come up here in this ramp, collect all these things, go through over there, run over there, do like something where they go over the thing here and they're going over there, and they end up with like a ridiculous amount of mobs, which is great and everything, but we're gonna end up with a ton of mobs too. So let's get this thing started. Let's see if we can get this thing done. All right, so we're gonna target this guy. We're going to pull him, target this guy, pull him, alright, put our teleport, our levitate back on. Alright, you know, sometimes they pull through they'll come off the top of that rampart. And you're just going to have to like do the pull early. But basically at this point, they are just pulling themselves at this point. My computer's not very good, so we're going to turn our clip plane down a little bit so we don't frame out. Just look around, make sure that nothing's about to, coming through this courtyard. And we're going to have a train coming through this doorway very soon. Probably in about 20 seconds. Here they come, and you're going to get a lot of stuff going over here. Now, if you just go over this middle part of this this house, it'll actually bring them back and forth and back and forth. As you see, there's a ton of mobs. I mean, how much more do you need? You know what I mean? Like, you can get more than this, but really, like, how much more do you need, bro? Just keep going back and forth. You can get them to stack up on each other. You want to try to get them as stacked as possible. And that's going to be good, actually. So here we're going to do this. We're going to run here. We hope this thing doesn't hit us. That's always a scary one, because if that golem hits you and stuns you, you might actually be unalived really quick. One thing I would recommend is probably restarting your computer before you do this, because I actually didn't do that, and I may actually die here, because I might actually die to frame lag. Another thing you're going to have to do, and I'll show you really quick, you're going to have to open your options and go to General and click off, where's it at? Allow auto stand. Keep auto stand on. Auto duck will be clicked. You have to turn that off, because there's these little bushes and stuff. They'll make you duck sometimes. And if you duck and these things are right behind you, you die. And I died 100 times before I realized that you can actually turn this off. So you'll want to turn the allow auto duck, turn that off before you start this. Okay, so now what we're going to do is our so we have 3 dots, and I'm gonna use my other mouse too. I actually use a different mouse for doing this. So basically we're gonna be swarming. The first 2, I believe, are gonna be stringed instrument, and then the third one's gonna be my horn, or brass, basically. Once you get all of them stacked on top of each other, you will be able to start this. I believe they're all stacked up now. Sometimes you gotta do a few rotations. There's multiple ways to get your dude auto running in a diagonal, but use whichever way that you found that you like to do. Okay, and so I don't actually do this with cellos on. I do this a different way. I don't usually see people do it this way, but I'm quite frankly just not very good at doing it the way that most people do it. I'm the bard that kites better without cellos for some reason. I don't know what it is. It's hella dangerous, because I'm always one misstep away from just being dead. Yeah, we gotta get this thing started. Let me concentrate a little bit here. Can be a little bit odd sometimes, so gotta give it a second. Just catch your rhythm and you will be alright. I haven't even got a full round on these things yet. I'll be honest, I didn't know you could just simply strafe and swarm like this until I actually did this camp. I thought you had to like 100% always be running in like a circle, like a tight one. But no, I found out you can just do this. Thank God too, because I can't even do it with cellos on. It's too tight. It's too many turns. Too tight of turns. Now that little tight spot right there, sometimes the mobs will jump a little bit ahead, just because the pathing is weird. So be very careful going around those turns, particularly that one. I am bound in Freon of Vi, so if something does happen, it's not too bad. But you never want to die, even as a bard. You know, nobody ever wants to die. I got a little over a bubble of hit points or of XP, so watch how I'm level 52, so watch how much I get off just one of these pulls. It's nothing too hard, it's just getting the hang of it. The funnest part is actually doing the pulling. This character is actually geared, so I never tried the full pull on my other character because she has no gear. She's on the PvP server, she has no gear. And when I did try the pull, I was getting killed and shit, and it was just like, it was horrible. I just don't have armor or hit points to take those hits. This one, I may try it. Maybe we'll do another video, but this is like the basic way to do this. Very entry level, very basic, very easy. Anybody can just start a character, and you can be here by the end of the day doing this. If you get the right... I'm going to make a video on that one day too. I don't know when exactly, but we got to do a 0 to 60 video at some point and just show that, yeah, you can be here within... Fuck, I don't know, 6 hours, maybe? Something like that. Maybe not 6 hours, maybe like 12 hours you can get here. That's crazy. That's the end of the game. You're basically just you just burn through the game in like 12 hours. And that's always fun. Everybody loves a good speed run. So there's a black reaver that comes in this pole, and I think I see a weapon. Somebody has a dagger over there. I forgot what that is, but I think it's what is that dagger? Interesting. I am gonna have to grab this. Anyway, the black reaver is 100% resistant to magic, so you won't be able to kill that thing. You will have to zone out after you're done doing this. I'm actually going to grab this loot really quick. So we're going to put our speed on. Oops, that's not the right speed for me. Put your speed on. Do not... Wait a second. Okay, let's go back to here for a second. Well, okay, I don't know what is my speed right now. It's on X, okay. So be sure to put your cellos on because you cannot, don't go too far ahead either because they'll turn around and get you. Oh, there's a ring, nice. Yeah, be sure your speed is on before you undo your strafe kiting because just the way this game works is that they're gonna catch up to you really quick. Just the angle that you're on is just so it's weird. This game is just weird. The way that pathing works in this game is really kind of strange. There's a solid 75 platinum, I believe. Just run through, grab some of this stuff. That pole wasn't very big either. It actually, the poles are usually a little bit bigger. Sometimes the mobs will roam and they'll go like get more shit than that. But this time they didn't. Okay, that thing had something on it. It looked like I might already have one of those actually, but things like to die together right on top of each other, so. Like this thing here, we'll fucking loot it really quick. Oops, destroy that. Right now I'm overweight, so we want to 100% get rid of that extra weight as soon as we possibly can. Because that will get you killed. Especially when you're kiting without cellos. Oops, I might have went a little too far ahead. Nope. There they are, alright. Okay, that guy's there. Okay. Let's see what this weapon was. I might already have one actually. Yep, I already got one. Okay. Just some crazy sword thing. There's nothing really that good here. You can get Master Wu trance sticks here, which is great. But that's really probably the only thing that's really worth a damn. And those things aren't even worth that much, but the weapon itself is awesome in my opinion. Alright, so let's do this. Let's go back to our kiting page. Turn cellos off. Alright, and then we're back to it. You can hear them when they're getting closer, so that's kind of like one of the indicators on how much strafing and weird stuff you gotta do before they catch up. Don't strafe too much or you're gonna get killed. Like I probably almost died right there. Whoa. I'm literally I'm literally not on the right page. That's okay though. Alright. I thought I hit the right thing, but whatever. The biggest problem I had at this camp was not knowing about the auto duck button. I literally died out like 100 times trying to do this, and I was like trying to avoid certain spots, and like I got so good at doing this that it was like crazy. Like I was like avoiding all the little trees, and like I wouldn't go near any brush, and I had like a whole path set, and I would get like a full pull done, and then the next one I would die, and then I get a full pull done, and then the next one I would die, and I couldn't. And then eventually I started dying every single time, and I was like, dude, what is going on? What do I do? No one ever said anything about it in any video that I saw. Like, no one ever mentioned the auto duck button. So yeah, be sure to turn that off, because you will be furious. Just got the wrong instrument in. Got a couple more things dead. Ah. As you see, we've already gained about a bubble of XP. Oh shit. I almost actually got hit right there. For like a normal, just a normal person soloing, that bubble of XP, by the way, we're not done getting XP from this pull yet, but in fact we get the most XP at the end, because it's, you know, obviously the guys that die last are obviously higher level and give more XP. Just this bubble alone, I mean, that would take 2 hours. An easy 2 hours to get that bubble of XP for anybody else. We just walk in, XP, walk out. Just the way we like it, right guys? Speaking of walk-in, XPing, and walking out, we're actually, the new season of League of Legends starts today, so we're probably going to do a lot of walking in and walking out of that. Okay, these things are going to start dying. We're really down to just a couple things at this point. Now, if the Black Reaver does hit you, it can blind. So you might be cooked. Even if you have full health and he's the only thing alive, like, you might actually be cooked if you let him hit you. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna do this, do that. Put Marcello's on. Make sure you're still strafing when you do this. Do not stop your strafe before you get your cellos on. Okay, we have there's a warboned. Alright. We're gonna get this warboned really quick still. The warboned has all the XP on it, so we have to get the warboned. I'm not gonna switch weapons anymore. We're just gonna get her done really fast. Yep, always tense. Even though it's only two things. Anytime that Black Reaver's on you, it's just a tense moment, because if it hits you, first of all, it'll kill you in just a few rounds. And it could blind you. So even if it doesn't kill you in a few rounds, like, you're going to be basically running blind as shit around, just waiting for it to wear off. So, which you can do once you get the zone layout, I mean. But once you're blinded, anything can happen. You could be running into a corner and not realize it, thinking you're getting away and you're not. Like this corner right here. You know what I mean? And you're just dead. So you never want to get hit by this thing. Ever. And I have been hit by it a few times. I've only been blinded by it once, but I have been hit by it a few times, actually. Alright, let's fucking put our cell. Make sure you get your cells on before you stop strafe running. Collect some of this loot. There one is. Oh shit, no! 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 Run! Okay, so we got lucky. But yeah, we got a Vic Stark Defender. There was that dagger. It's a 720 Warrior Piercing with 10 AC on it, which isn't that bad for like a new, if you're leveling a new warrior and you're trying to get your piercing up or whatever, it's not bad. I could have been in trouble right there, by the way. I probably would have survived, but yeah, that's the big no-no right there. Like, I got baited in by the loot. I wanted to get that loot. It drops like worthless armor, just vendor trash armor, which I do have to go to the vendor soon, so I might as well just pick it up, I think. Might as well just pick everything up that I can, to be honest. I do gotta run up to the vendor at some point. Oh no, not again! Ooh, man. I'm getting so lucky with that right now. Tempting fate. Tempting fate. Do not do what I'm doing. Do not do what I'm doing. Be better than that. Be much better than that. See, they're just ruined scale stuff. It's just armor and weight. It just sells for a little bit of platinum. Bards really are just money-making machines because of literally what I'm doing right now. We got a spell, okay. There's a Wraith. Oh, it's bone chips. Alright. We're going to leave those bone chips behind. They are absolutely worthless. And there you go. And then you just put your little sprint on. Actually, you can put on your invisible invis right now, so these things don't see you when you zone out. Then you're just going to want to run out here. Hell, I can even go up this way this time. Run out there. A lot of times there's an undead standing there. Bam, just exit, and bam, there you go. That's the pull. Really simple, very easy. Anybody can do it. You don't need gear for it. You need gear for the other pull when you want to go up the stairs and do all the ramps and go through the invisible doors and all the weird shit, and you'll get a bunch of extra mobs. It's also going to take you twice as long to kill everything, but you know, but that's a simple way to do it. How much XP do we get? We got about a bubble and a half of XP. That's, for anybody else, that's going to be like 2 to 3 hours of XPing, just sitting there whacking away at it, sitting there regenerating health, and just being miserable. And the beauty of Bard is that we get to do things 100 times faster than anyone else. And that's everything. Running, farming, making money. You know, Bards are great. So if you use that tactic, you should do alright, you guys. So that is going to be my first swarm kiting in City of Mist video. And if I can ever figure out how to do the other one where you can get all the mobs, I'll do that one too. And soon enough, I'll have a 1 to 60 guide, and we'll see how fast we can get this City of Mist so you can start doing this easy as hell. Alrighty, boys. That might be worthy of a like and subscribe. You guys take it easy.